Hello and welcome to Architects Workshop India. I am the SketchUp version of Ranak Sudhakar. In this video, we are going to be talking about making components. To start off, let's create a small box. Let's make it 1000 by 2000. And using the push-pull tool, let's give it a height of another, say, 1500. Alright, so let's say this is our box of 1000 by 2000 and a height of 1500. Assuming I wanted to move this surface, this lid, let's call it, across the box here, like as though I was opening the lid. If I move it, you'll notice that the entire box deforms. Right? That's not what I really want to happen. I just want the lid to move, but it deforms the entire box. So how do we do that? With the top surface selected, we go to Edit and Make Component, which brings up this pop-up. Let's call that lid as the definition and make sure this checkbox is active and say Create. And it creates this component. You'll notice that when I select it, it doesn't really give me the surface selection kind of thing. It only highlights the edges. Let's try moving it now. And you'll notice that it does not interact with the rest of the model, which is exactly what we want to happen. Right? And I can move it wherever I want. I can move it upwards, downwards, and sideways, and nothing, and the rest of the box does not deform. In fact, it is so separate from the rest of the thing that you can edit this component on its own by right-clicking and say Edit Component, or simply double-clicking, which fades out the rest of the model and leaves just this one component open to edit. So let's use the push-pull tool and make this slightly higher. And you can right-click and say Close Component, or click Outside Anywhere. And this is how you create a component within SketchUp. One more thing you can do, however, is if you right-click on the component and save as, and let's say we save it as lid, it literally saves it as a new SketchUp file. So save, and there we go. Let's open up that file. And here we go. This is only the lid in a separate SketchUp file, which we can obviously edit. So let's make a few changes. Actually, let's create a rectangle within this and create a small hole in the lid. Now that I have that hole there, I'm going to say save, and I can close this. Nothing changes here until I right click and reload. Select, and you'll notice that that hole appears here. So a component can literally be a complete SketchUp model within your own SketchUp model, and allows for the separation of the model and therefore independent editing of the different components. So I can make this into a different component and this into a different component, such that if I change this later, the rest of the box does not, the rest of the box is not altered in any way. In the next video, we will be looking at how to play with the copy function and creating arrays and so on. See you on the next one.